scratched.
What are you drinking?
I am drinking extra stout Guinness.
What do you mean?
Extra stout.
The bottle Guinness.
A bottle.
Without the CO2 cartridge.
Yeah. They kind of get you because you can get the 4-pack that has more beer with the CO2 cartridge, or you can buy the 6-pack with the smaller beers.
Yeah, but they also make the bottles that have the CO2 thing in them.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about those.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why.
See, when I hit the Guinness, I get the 8-pack of cans.
The party.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's what I do too. The double 4-pack.
What?
I said I get the double 4-pack. It's the 8-pack of cans.
Yeah. Okay. However you want to look at it there, buddy. I'll just
When
enjoy
mine breaks,
tap water.
when mine breaks down, there's 2 4-packs inside the 8-pack.
Oh, there is?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't have that. It's just one longer box.
Well, yeah, you guys live in, when you live near a metropolitan, real people.
True.
I probably get all the cardboard boxes everyone else gets.
But the Packy that I used to go to, I miss you, Packy. They have guys that'll sit in the back and they'll take apart a brick of Bud and they'll make their own 6-packs and throw them in the cooler because they're economical that way. And then of course they sell their singles and all that to the. I guess they're not really booze hound. Why would you go to the store and just buy a single? Just because you like the social activity of doing it?
I like when you go to like the pizzeria to get a single. Like I think that when places you can go get like 2 slices and pull a beer out of the cooler. That's good. That's good for singles. I never got I'm going to drive to this establishment, walk in, have one beer that I cannot leave with. And there's really not a place for me to drink.
Well, my
you know what I mean? It's not like you take it into the car, you're screwed. There's not like a seating area here.
See, I would just buy a 12E, but my dad was in a habit where he'd drive down to the gas station and he'd buy 2 tall boys, 2 at a time, and then he'd just drive home, usually drinking one on the way home. That's how I got into trouble. But just brown bagging it, singles. I just don't get it. And then he'd only drink half the damn thing because he'd complain that it got warm because the idiot bought a tall boy.
I like tall boys.
Well, you probably drink them fast enough and don't waste them.
Yeah, usually I can pretty much get them all done.
I just don't get the singles. I mean, I get the homeless in our area that go in with the change that they've scrounged together and they'll buy some nips to keep themselves warm or keep themselves leveled out.
My youngest brother lives in, the closest thing that we have, a city around me. And kid that I went to high school with, he sees pretty regularly walking up the street. He said he'll walk up every day, going up to the beer distributor, and he comes back with one single, one of them big natty daddies. So he coming down the street with a single.
Okay, so he just likes the habit.
I think what it comes down to is if you're drinking the single, you have other stuff going on, and you just need a little beer, kind of keep the party going.
Because if you bring home a case, you're just going to keep digging into them?
That's part of it. The other reason is you're probably on drugs. You don't have a lot of money for your beer habit, so a single is most economical at the time. You're not thinking about, I'm going to buy in bulk.
I see.
If you're gonna have some crack rock, some cracks, some crack pops for breakfast. Like I say, you only need a little beer. You don't need a lot.
Beer.
Does beer? Do you think beer misses you back?
Probably.
Is the packy said you like? Are they sending you like
cards? We miss you.
Texts. Just random pokes in Messenger. Poke.
Please come back.
Like weird holiday cards.
Yeah. No. Your cart is you when you leave something like your Amazon cart and you get an email about it.
Oh yeah.
You never finished checking out.
Yeah.
We noticed you bought one beer. You forgot the 5 others.
Yep.
So how long you been holding strong on that?
Oh, several weeks. I haven't lost any weight though. That's a bummer.
No?
I think I would.
I think it takes a while before you start losing sugar weight.
I guess.
When I gave up the hard whiskey, I lost 20 pounds.
How fast?
I think that was 2 months.
Oh, there you go.
Mm.
Maybe I should stop drinking whiskey then.
Are you still drinking whiskey?
No.
I was gonna say.
Gave up beer. Oh, where's my whiskey?
Yeah, ever since I gave up beer and started eating pizzas, it's just, I don't know why I'm not losing any weight.
I do eat more though. So
Well, yeah.
but I'm eating clean, so
You're a hungry guy. You got to eat, man.
gotta eat. I gotta do more work.
You've got to be able to do something in your day that you don't feel guilty about.
Good. You think all the snow shoveling I did this past week, I'd be down 20 pounds. Holy crap.
Yeah. That's a tough workout, but it's not really like good for you in any way other than massive cardio.
Yeah. I knew that snow was rolling in Sunday night, but I didn't know I was going to wake up to 15 inches of it.
Holy crap.
And the plows just pushed it everywhere in my way. I couldn't get out the front door because it was blocked. I had to crawl out through the basement and then shovel a little path. And the old neighbor that has a snowblower, of course, he had to go to work. So I found a second neighbor that had a snowblower. Had him dig me out a path to the other neighbor's shed so I could get the snowblower. And I just used his snowblower.
Nice.
And I've learned something about being the guy with the snowblower. It's like being the guy with the pickup truck. Everyone gets puppy dog eyes and wants to be your friend.
Yipper.
Happens when you have a welder, too.
It happens when you're an electrician.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
You know what I mean? Imagine the van with the lightning bolts in your neighbor's driveway. Hey, let me ask you a question real quick. I call it hey man work. Because it's, hey man, what's got going on over there? Can you come? Hey man, how's it going? So you got some hey man work?
Oh, we got some I was wondering work over here.
Yeah, I was wondering.
Hmm.
How hard would it be? That's another good one that starts off.
Could a guy...
Yeah.
So I ended up running my neighbor's snowblower. God, it had to be around 4 hours.
I can't believe that you didn't put the clamps on it.
I didn't think about that, but yeah, my hands hurt for 2 days after that crap.
I have 2 dedicated, like, cheapo Home Depot spring clamps.
But I wasn't doing like huge swaths. It'd be like a couple feet, back up, take the next chunk because it was so damn deep.
Well, I never let the impeller turn off. When I get going, that thing turns nonstop, especially if the snow is wet.
Yeah,
because that's when it clogs. Is when the impeller stops impelling.
Yeah, I don't know which one turned the impeller. As long as I saw snow shooting out the top, I was good.
I was just pulling on stuff.
I did. It took me a good half hour to get used to the thing.
I'm really gonna open it up this time, see what she can do.
Yeah. It was pretty fun though. It's not as precarious as what Rory's been sharing.
No.
It's not like I was going to get swooshed off a mountain in my truck.
So when they shared those avalanches on I-70 in Colorado, my first thought was like it was a movie trailer. I was like, oh, cool. This is going to be like 30 Days of Night. Like, awesome. And then realized, oh, crap, this is a dash cam from a cop car. So you're watching all that snow come down. And then reading about it, and they're also talking about possible debris as it's gathering trees and rocks and boulders as it's ripping down that mountain. I guess that's also part of the big danger of those avalanches. But I believe they had another one today, and they pretty much shut down the town. Couldn't get out, couldn't get in.
Yeah, but from what I read, there was no fatalities.
Which is incredible.
Like, that video didn't show the aftermath. Like, how covered was the road? Did they just continue on, or were they so buried that they couldn't move?
So they're so buried that they couldn't move. The aftermath was 8 feet of packed snow on the interstate.
So cars were buried?
Yeah.
How'd those people get out? They had to roll down the window and dig themselves out?
Some people had to eat their dogs to survive.
Oh.
So there was one fatality.
Poor dog. Yeah,
I was going to say something extremely racist, but I decided to that.
Good catch. So when you're like in Colorado driver ed high school, is there like protocol for that? Is there a chapter about avalanche?
The avalanche simulator?
I wish. No, it was stupid. We watched this driver ed video that had all these unknown actors at the time, like Val Kilmer, that were part of this like drunk party. But it was I'm assuming, standard driver ed thing. A lot of the snow driving just came from mostly my dad. Saying, this happens, try doing this or whatever. And,
Do you counter steer into an avalanche, or how does that work?
yeah, right. He grew up in New Mexico, so he had no idea about avalanches. That's the other thing too. This has never happened before like this. It's not a common occurrence to have avalanches over the interstate.
It wasn't. It is now.
It is now.
Congratulations.
Now all SUVs in Colorado are going to have avalanche sensors.
So like avalanche insurance.
Yep.
Avalanche tattoos and clubs. I survived the avalanche.
I survived, yeah. There'll be stickers on those cars. I was buried in 8 feet of snow in the avalanche of 2019.
Yeah, how come I haven't seen people marking themselves safe from the avalanche on stupid Facebook?
Oh, that's a great idea. I was visualizing the little stick figure family with an avalanche coming over them.
That'd be a good one too.
I'm going to do that right now. I am safe.
The poor people that had to eat their dog, denoting that the dog no longer a part of the stick people family. The dog would be above it with like a little halo on it in dog heaven.
Poor dog. You gotta eat the dog. Just eat the most annoying kid. The other byproduct of all this snow up here that makes me chuckle is all the people pissed off at the groundhog. Which first I chuckle that people are pissed at a groundhog, and then I chuckle because they put their faith in a groundhog in the first place.
Right. The big rat in the box does.
That's one of the few things that makes me like think everyone's a little bit of Pennsylvania on that one, because to me the groundhog is one of those things that would only exist in Pennsylvania. But then you see people all over. It's like a stupid groundhog. It's like, yeah. Really, you're into it too?
Like, who's the idiot that came up with that? And then why did everyone else jump on board?
That's a great question.
I probably should have done some research.
Everyone likes a funny story.
They do?
Coming up after the break, a groundhog that predicts the weather.
It's like some tourist trap.
Yeah.
I mean, was there underground groundhog prediction betting? Like cockfighting? Or is it just a one-off? We're only going to do this to determine the end of winter.
We're going to have prop bets on the groundhog.
Yeah. Are there like, gender reveals via groundhog?
I wish I had these answers. I don't get the groundhog, really. I don't understand that we still parade them out. From what I understand, it used to be like a good party, and they've since started making it a corpo deal, so it's not as cool.
I wonder how good of a life that little fella has.
Oh, he's getting massages and like mud mask facials.
He was in a movie with Bill Murray that one time.
Hanging out with celebrities, doing coke.
Do you think him and Bill still write each other or like text back and forth?
I think they're Facebook friends at least.
Yeah, probably.
So you think he's in the lap of luxury, living it up?
That's probably like the 15th Punxsutawney Phil.
I think they keep him like down in a dingy basement in a lobster cage, and they just treat him like shit.
He's next to the Easter Bunny.
And they just let him out once a year. You better be good, you little shithead, or we'll kill your family.
Next to the Easter Bunny and Dick Clark.
Ooh.
Getting ready. It's New Year's Eve. It's not your day yet.
We'll tell you when to talk. Old Dick.
Poor Dick Clark.
Boy, the groundhog origins are deep and diverse.
Oh. So multiple storylines.
Yeah.
Any of them have to do with a Knights Templar? Because that'd be something.
Yeah, I'd watch that on the History Channel. We should make up our own.
Groundhog, he came from Oak Island.
See, that'd be even more fun. We should just start doing that. Just start making conspiracy videos that just do not exist. So we'll just start fudging the information.
There you go. Our own conspiracy video YouTube channel?
Yeah, it's just whatever flies. In 1962.
I don't spend a lot of time on YouTube anymore. I think Rory and Eloy are the last two men standing on the platform.
Aw. Little love to you.
No, I mean just out of us.
Never mind. Take that back.
I was actually telling Rory, I think I'm actually going to drop a video in the next 2 weeks.
What?
When my K40 comes, I'm going to take a video entitled How to Customize Your K40 Laser, and it's going to be me rattle canning it black. That'll be my customization. And everyone will click on the video and watch it and be mad.
Yeah. Probably.
And I won't be lying. Like, comment, subscribe. No, now that I bought the laser, I've been watching again, trying to learn. But I know what you're saying, Bales. I was right there with you.
Yeah, man. I was just getting nowhere. I get way more traction and enjoyment out of Instructables. But this newest, I don't know how new it is, but the big thing I'm seeing on YouTube now are review videos. And not reviews of products, reviews of other videos. So it's like, you know, the two buds, they'll supposedly listen to a track they've never heard before, and they all freak out about how good it is or what have you. And there's several of those channels now. And another one is Vocal Coach analyzes such and such, or Guitar Guy listens to Steve Vai, you know, and then they critique their performance. One guy only does it on live videos. One guy does it on whatever videos. You know, and now I'm even seeing drum videos come out. So a drum teacher be there critiquing some other dude. So it's a drummer that has no paid gigs and just claims that everyone else sucks because he's jealous. And it's horrible.
Okay.
Like America.
Yep, America. New idea for a channel.
So I was thinking maybe I'll just start watching everyone's woodworking videos and I'll just review them.
We'll just review Eloy's videos. Whenever Eloy comes out with a video, we'll just have like a corresponding.
Oh my gosh.
You know what would be even better? And actually, me and another guy had this idea once upon a time. It's impossible to figure out, though, how you could do it. If you could commentate on them, like John Madden style with the telestrator, break it down and be like, he went to the table saw here, which I think is a mistake. If you look here, he had the blade way too far out past the top of what he was cutting. That's a mistake. You know what I mean?
With live annotations on the screen?
Yeah, with the telestrator, the white marker looking thing. Here you go. This is going to be bad. Boom.
Oh,
right
that
here.
is such a great idea. Oh
yeah, but we thought about it. It was like, how do you even begin to run that?
Look at all this slag here. This guy doesn't know what he's doing. He doesn't even know how to use this power hammer.
That's what I'm saying. What are you doing here? You need to run the broom, sweep up, have a little bit of pride in your shop.
Well, Billy, you can see here with the 5-pound hammer, he seems a bit insecure with his integrity, and he's trying to make it up with something else.
Oh, you got the voice for it.
Yeah, it looks like he started off that screw a little crooked. He's going to have to make it up with the drill work here.
Oh, he's going for it! Oh, no way!
We could get matching jackets.
And then sell swag about him.
Yeah.
You have 76 instructable tutorials, Bales. Damn.
Yeah, I'm a champion.
You've been working.
That's what happens when you have a day job and you just sit there most of the time.
And they look good, too. It's not like a bunch of toothpicks or something. I'm genuinely impressed.
Those are the older ones.
These are fun.
You know. And I actually get featured and I get love from the community and I get views. It's great.
Nice.
Not on YouTube. This project sucks and your music sucks and you suck and your mother sucks. I could do it if I had all those tools. Oh, really? You can't go down to Home Depot and just buy some freaking rigid power tools, you piece of shit. I
did it. Walked into a job site and had a rigid drill.
Bet you did.
Oh my God, these guys gave me shit all day.
Really?
Oh yeah.
What do they use? Milwaukee and DeWalt?
Yeah, they had big old fat DeWalts.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with Milwaukee tools.
They're all there's only 2-3 major tool companies now that own them all. Probably in the same freaking factory.
Milwaukee is the same company that's Rigid, is the same company that's Ryobi as far as the power tools go. It's all TTI, Tektronix Industries.
So they're just shitting on the same product.
And it's just like a little bit better QC. That's what you get. Prosumer line, the homeowner line.
Yeah, I get you. Same with musical instruments.
Yeah, that's all.
But why they got to razz poor Rory when he shows up on the job site with a rigid?
Because people suck.
That's what these job sites are like. You gotta be ready, man. You gotta have the thick skin and throw it back.
Yeah.
I mean, what trade was giving you a hard time, Rory?
These were the subcontractors to the general contractor, so they were just the handy guys. If you needed anything,
I got you.
they were the ones.
Yeah. But yeah, you're not going to say anything nice. What are they going to say? Hey, that's a lovely drill you're carrying there, sir.
Oh, they were like, "Hey, it's a rigid drill. What, your mom get that for you?"
Yeah, what you guys? You got to hang some picture frames this afternoon? Is that what you guys got going on there? Maybe I could do a little palette project with that. Maybe I could screw it to the wall, hang some teacups.
Say, hey, man, I ate a lot of Cheerio boxes and saved those codes to mail it in to get this Ryobi drill, a rigid drill.
Yeah.
So this is pronounced rigid. It's actually it's French.
Is it really? No.
Rigid.
It's rigid.
Ah.
Tell them that their mother bought it for you. It
Yeah.
was a cleaner transaction than writing the check and leaving money on the dresser is old school.
Yeah. Tell your mom I said thanks.
I drilled her, and then she gave me this drill.
She likes the number 2 setting.
It only works if that guy razzing you isn't your brother, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd be like, thanks, it's for making Christmas toys.
For the blind kids.
Because he wants to be a dentist.
Poor Hermie.
Was that his name?
Yep.
Man, you do keep some odd shit up in that noodle of yours.
Yeah. King of useless knowledge. Too bad it couldn't be like math or some shit.
A Lego table. What inspired a Lego table?
Oh, a friend of mine reached out and said, hey, I'm building a tree house for this kid as part of Make-A-Wish Foundation, and I want to put some stuff in it. Do you have any ideas? So that went to some kid.
Awesome. Looks great.
Some kid that survived cancer.
Wow.
If he still has it. It's probably in a rubbish bin now. Landfill. Damn it.
I wonder what the blacksmithing looks like.
Blacksmithing. Maybe you can explain to me once and for all. Well, it probably won't be once and for all, but blacksmithing versus forging and when to use what phrase or what term.
Right. I guess it's more formal versus informal. So you are forging iron, but technically blacksmithing is referencing hitting black iron. So it is interchangeable. I prefer forging.
It's like the Usted verb for.
I thought blacksmithing was kind of like I'm a carpenter, but I wouldn't say that I'm carpentering.
Yeah, exactly, right? So say informal of we're gonna go blacksmith. That like drives me crazy. It's like, no, you're gonna go forge some iron. You're gonna go blacksmith. But I cannot be the grammar police in the blacksmithing community.
You should be. You should actually name the shop the Blacksmithery.
The blacksmithery, where we blacksmith things.
You should do that. You should just say it. You should have one video that you say it every chance you get. And then I'm going to blacksmith this blacksmith with the blacksmith.
Oh, that is a great. I'm going to write that down, actually.
Yeah.
And you can only make Damascus.
And you should have a little counter every time you say it. Ping!
Oh, yeah.
To challenge other blacksmiths to try to say it more in the video.
Maybe I'll take a piece of tape, and every time I say blacksmith, I'll write blacksmith and stick it on me, and just stick it on me, and stick it on me, and stick it and covered in blacksmith.
Sounds like an NXS video. You little blacksmith, are you?
I was going to make a video called Damn Mascus. Is that good? Yeah?
Yeah, but that's a creeper. That guy's funnier as it sits.
I don't
I'll
get
probably get removed for not being kid-friendly again.
What? You've been removed for not being kid-friendly?
My URL got removed from a popular smithing blog after I posted how to fix your pot, referencing your forge pot. And they didn't think I was safe for families.
Oh.
It was ridiculous.
So I guess my dick jokes in my videos wouldn't go over well.
Not with those old guys, no.
You got dirty right in the name. That's strike one.
Yeah,
Got pot in the title.
Yeah.
Strike two. We're just going to go ahead and you're gone.
Oh, and he works with his dad. He's out of here.
Yeah, family business. Get him away.
Dirty. Maybe I should make a spoof blacksmithing video, and my name will be Dirty Sanchez.
I was gonna do one where I was forging naked, but certain parts were always covered by equipment just in the right camera angle.
Yikes.
Austin Power style.
I mean, you got to think about the sparks, dude. Youch. Unless you're just going to After Effects that stuff.
You could.
And don't stand too close to the power hammer, if you know what I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Ow.
Like, stay out of that 3-inch radius.
It would actually be more of a feat to get it done.
That's true.
You'd have to actively be trying. At least I'd have to be. I don't know about anybody else, but
yeah, I'd have to climb up on that thing.
There'd probably be a milk crate involved.
Yikes! So where's this 3D printer going to go?
It's not a 3D printer; it's a laser.
Oh,
right behind me.
Oh, because you were looking at
I was looking at originally. See, this was me and my oldest son's like first foray into digital making, I'll call it.
Yep.
And so at first, my first thought was, "Oh, he's a kid. Kids like 3D printers. I learned 3D printer. Awesome." They were playing with them little skateboards. It's like, "Oh, we can make little things to interact with the toys," and great. And then I started looking into the 3D modeling software, and that's just really far beyond me.
Yeah.
So I decided to go with the get one of those inexpensive laser machines
off the interwebs.
From China.internet.com is where I bought it from.
Yep.
And I figured that would be good because it would be flat work. Might be a little bit easier for me to pick up on the run first time through.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Lasers are cool.
Yeah, I figured it would be fun to play with the laser. If I could figure that out, maybe I'll get a vinyl cutter. There's a couple things I've always wanted like that. So
I was eyeballing lasers before I ran into all this bathroom renovation, and that just kind of took my money.
Yeah.
Well, my friend has a laser. He says I could come over and use it anytime. I just don't make it over there.
Yeah,
I'd have to wrap my head around the computer work too. And after I sit all day in an office in front of computers, the last thing I want to do is more computer work.
Yeah, not to plug my stuff or whatnot, and we don't talk like this, but MMN, the Makers Media Network, they're all so much better at that stuff, Bales, that I can't even imagine I'm going to do much of that. I'm like, hey, could someone fix this so it does this and this? Yeah, okay, here you go. Thank you.
Damn. If
anyone needs me to tell them how to hook up the motor from 110 to 240, make sure you get at me. I can help. Like, this is nice to.
Yeah, I thought laser would be cool to make jigs and stuff.
It's cool to make everything. I don't even have mine yet, and I already want a bigger one.
Wait, are you going to mostly use it for engraving or cutting?
Yes.
How thick can it cut?
It looks like I can get 1/4-inch plywood done on it.
Oh, okay, cool.
About 4 passes, once you get your focal distance right and speeds and whatnot. If it wouldn't have done anything, if it wouldn't have done 1/4-inch plywood, I would have called it like a toy.
Yeah.
But I should be able to do some fun stuff with it.
Because I use a lot of 3/4, and lasers still aren't to that point unless you want to put out tens of thousands.
Yeah.
I'd be better off with a CNC at that point.
You definitely would. And that's the way I feel about it. Laser's good for little stuff. At that point, I'd build the CNC myself.
What? You'd build it? By a kit? I was looking at some of those, like the CNC router parts, but even those are several grand.
I would buy one of the Gatton CNCs, the plywood ones. For the tolerances that we deal with, especially as a woodworker, I can't imagine needing anything more than that. I know people that have them that run the shit out of them. They do pretty well.
I'll have to check it out when I have money.
Yeah, and plywood. I mean, how strong is plywood? Strong. Those gantries is strong.
Yeah, I guess it depends on the plywood. A lot of it's potato chip plywood up at my local place.
Yeah, hardly wood.
Yeah.
PLI plywood. PLI wood plywood.
Rory's deep in thought. Battery's frozen.
No, I'm reading these ridiculous what if questions.
What?
Trying to find a good one.
Oh. That ended badly last week.
I thought it was good. If you want your face to age and your body to stay young, or your body to age and your face to stay young.
Oh yeah, that one was good. That one was good. Then I went off the rails.
Don't start saying it's a stupid question, just stupid people.
Is that a full drafting table behind you?
Me?
No, behind Rory.
Yes.
I don't know. People still use those.
Oh yeah. So my dad is not the most literate person. Literally, I asked my mom, like, could you install like Google for Kids on his damn computer? Because this man clicks everything, downloads whatever's in front of you, and his computer is just awful. So when he does his drafting, he uses the old school drafting tables. And I found out I need to use the same tools that he does for work.
So you actually, that's a new purchase?
Kind of a new purchase. This guy was an architect, and he actually built that table because the big drafting ones had like really heavy bases, and they were hard to move and get around. So he built this and built the board, and then got the drafting machine on top of it, and he was done. He's retiring. $200. Wham bam. Thank you.
Damn, it looks sweet.
I like it.
Does it have a light box in it or no?
No, I just have the surgical lamp that's above it.
Oh, I wouldn't even use that thing, but I want one.
Yeah, it's handy. And it's nice, drawing sitting up, not being hunched over.
As opposed to laying down. Like Michelangelo in the Sistine Chapel. You could do that naked.
A lot of paint.
What? Oh, that's funny because I went down the YouTube rabbit hole like I do all the time. And one of the suggested videos was one of those stupid offshoots of America's Got Talent, like Saskatchewan's Got Talent. And some dude came out and painted a picture with his weenie.
What?
Yeah.
Was it good?
No. What, the wiener or the painting? Well, I mean, it's better than I could paint with my hands.
Once again, much like the power hammer, I'd have to get real close. Like I need to milk crate again.
You have to get some apple boxes. You wouldn't be able to see what you're doing because your stomach could be in the way.
Yeah. Anybody else cold? I feel like it's drafty in here.
I'm going to tie a string on it and do the splatter effect now.
Yikes.
I call this one the run and jump.
What? Oh, that's horrible.
All right, this out of the stupid list, this is probably the best question. What if you could be famous, but then you'd be poor forever? Would you do it?
No.
Yeah.
I think the benefits of being famous are short-lived, and then it just starts getting full of headaches, especially if you're ultra famous to the point where you can't go out in public anymore, so you lose everything, which wouldn't be bad for me because I like being a hermit, but like I saw some videos of Michael Jackson that they rented out, not that kind of video, that they rented out a supermarket and they paid people to be in there so he could have the experience of shopping at a grocery store.
What?
Because that's how famous he was. He couldn't go anywhere without being mobbed.
Oh my gosh.
There's this weird video where they rented out the shopping market and he's in there with like a baseball cap and he's walking around putting stuff in his cart and people are acting like customers saying, "Oh, good day, sir." Just treating what, which isn't reality. They should have had someone like, "Hey, get your own vegetable."
He's standing there for 10 minutes going through the egg cartons trying to find good eggs.
He wouldn't know to do that. What? He probably never shopped.
Do you think Mike Jackson knows how to pick a good melon?
No. Bananas, maybe.
Damn.
Hey, Giggleberries on sale.
Do you have any grape juice?
Picking up monkey food.
Oh, he did have a monkey. That's right.
I need this free candy from my monkey. You have any tags that say free candy?
Actually, isn't that guy catching shit right now?
He is.
They're removing him. They're in the process of removing him from history.
Who?
Mike Jackson.
Oh,
yeah, he's got a new documentary out and another.
I don't think it's his documentary.
Well, yeah.
The
Another kid has come out saying he was molested.
Yeah, but wasn't it's the Netflix thing, right? Leaving Neverland or whatever.
Yeah.
And one of them had been on the stand and said that none of it ever happened before, so now he's perjuring himself. I haven't watched it. Have you guys?
Not yet.
Oh, so you plan on it?
Oh, totally.
Oh, okay.
A couple creative places that you'd have to project that to get me to watch it. Pick your favorite.
I just want to know if he was really chemically castrated or not.
Chemically?
Yeah, that's one of the
Why?
one of the rumors that his father had him chemically castrated to keep the castrato voice.
Damn.
What was the drug he died on?
The ketamine?
No, it wasn't ketamine.
Rufinol?
No, it wasn't. I can't remember what it was, but it was the dingleberries.
This is the thing I'm talking about. Any other time, we'd know exactly what the drug.
Oh no, I wouldn't know what it was. Is it fentanyl?
Ooh.
So it died of acute propofol
Yeah, okay. Propofol.
and benzodiazepine.
Okay, so he was taking that to go to sleep, and I once heard Robin Williams say, he's like, taking that to go to sleep is like getting chemotherapy because you want a haircut. he's like, it just had nothing to do with.
That's a pretty vicious haircut. So you have to let us know how it is when you watch it there.
I'll take notes.
Ooh.
I'll do a reaction
video. Yeah.
I'll critique him.
With annotations.
He could go all the way.
That's probably not a good line for that subject.
Oh, damn it. Too far.
Chemically castrated. Brutal.
So what do you like? Did he just like drink a Pepsi? Like when you say chemically,
I don't know what it means.
is it the dip from Roger Rabbit? You just this is just like a can's worth, or like how do you think that goes down?
Yeah, I don't know. Couldn't be a shot, right? It's not like a shot's going to know exactly where to go. All right, fellas, to the ball.
How would a drink? This is the ball castration drink, right? Okay, we don't want him to lose a foot.
Good point. These are fall under things that I don't want to Google on my machine.
This is why we need that NordVPN sponsorship. Get at us. Just one. Just give me one sponsorship so we could be. This is actually one of the things that I do miss about working at the university, because you could get on one of the generic computers in there and just Google your face off. It didn't matter. You didn't have to worry about it.
So they do use chemical castration for other things.
Well, I thought they gave him the rubber band.
I'm going to take the hit. I'm going to look it up.
I'm looking at it.
Oh.
Unlike surgical castration, where the gonads are removed through an incision, chemical castration does not remove the organs, nor is it a form of sterilization, generally considered reversible when treatment is discontinued. Although permanent effects in the body chemistry can sometimes be seen, as in the case of bone density loss increasing with length of use of DMPA. DMPA must be the drug. So this is the stuff that some countries use on rapists and pedophiles.
Oh.
I didn't know it was a continual thing. Why don't they just give those guys the rubber band?
You would think so.
Or the knife. Just
give a hatchet and a stick. Right on the stick. Chop it off with the hatchet. Here you go, bud.
Exactly.
Next.
Oh, yeah. No, man, now I'm going to go into a rabbit hole of how it's done.
Yep. This is what I said before. You got to be careful what you stick your face in, man.
I don't like getting a shot in the arm. Or I used to get cortisone shots because I have a really heinous allergic reaction when it comes to poison ivy. So I'd have to get cortisone shots in the hip or the buttocks. I can't imagine getting a big needle in the gonad.
So that reminds me, I was 18.
What? Wow. I love the segue.
And I forget, I had to get some big shots. I forget what it was, but I had to get a shot in the butt. So the nurse says, okay, we're going to administrate this through your butt. I'm going to need you to drop your pants so I can do this. And then I said, well, isn't it your lucky day? So I take my pants down. There I am. She sticks me with the needle, but then the syringe supposedly came apart from the needle. So instead of pulling the needle out to start over, she left the needle in my butt and reinserted the syringe. I swear that needle felt like it was doing
Scraping your bone. Yeah.
Oh, man. She did it. My ass was sore for a week. I totally deserved it.
Felt like she was writing hieroglyphs on your pelvic bone.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Some of those I could have swore the guy ran across the room coming at me like Moby Dick. Those things hurt. Better he was like, retired from the Olympics as a javelin thrower, because that dude, man, probably not Doc though. He probably takes shots like a champ.
No, not really. I sweat. I mean, shots are okay. I don't like when I have to have blood work done.
Really?
Yeah.
Usually the phlebotomist is really good at it. She's got her 10,000 hours.
No, the last time I had to do it, I think she stuck me 3 times.
Oh.
And then she was like, "Are you going to pass out?" I was like, "Isn't that something I know when it's too late?" She wouldn't let me hold the teddy bear. And there were a lot of issues. I told my wife I'm not going again without my wife there.
What's your wife going to do?
I got married for my wife to hold me down, so this is one of those times that she has to be there to back me up and hold me down, because I don't feel like I was getting treated very nice by the pussy lady with the needle.
Like legit hold you down to the table?
No, like, this is why I got people in my life to back me up. So back me up right now.
Oh, I see.
So Bales, what's the weirdest dream you have had?
I have a hard time remembering dreams.
Oh yeah?
I don't retain them. They're usually about sex or fighting. I've been dreaming a lot about my deceased animals though, which is kind of weird.
Like your pets?
Yeah.
Or like all the squirrels you've killed?
Pets. Like for years I had, well, they weren't really mine, but I had house rabbits, right? And I had a dream last week about these 2 rabbits, but they weren't rabbits in the dream. They were turtles. But I recognized them as my rabbits, Peanut and Jetson, but they were turtles.
Okay.
Right. And the ex-girlfriend was in the dream, and she stopped by with some treats that she'd picked up for the turtles.
For the turtles?
Which there were rabbits in real life. I don't know why I was seeing them as turtles.
What were the treats?
They were like these little, they look kind of like granola bite chunky things, but they were soft. I didn't taste one in the dream. But I give them to the turtles, but only one's interested and eats it. And then a couple minutes later, I noticed that this turtle is all of a sudden turning purple. And it just like starts with a couple of blotches on its little turtle head. And then the whole turtle body and the shell and everything turns purple. And the turtle's like dying, having a poison reaction. And so I'm like, well, there's no time to do anything. So I just comforted this turtle until it died in my hand.
Oh my gosh.
And then I start, crying like a wimp, sobbing uncontrollably. I'm like, but then, I pull through. I'm like, I still got to be here for this other turtle that's really a rabbit or was a rabbit. So I gotta get through this. And then I look over and and that turtle is laying on a table, and the shell is intact, but everything else is flat. Like someone had taken a rolling pin to it and somehow flattened its entire body, but the shell was intact.
Wow.
So then I had another meltdown, and then I woke up. It was weird. So I don't know what it means.
So what's up with this ex-girlfriend?
What do you mean?
You
think the dream was about her?
Yeah, can we ask about her?
Was
she cool? Was it good? Was it not?
She's the girl that I bought the house with, and then it, declined from there. So then we broke up, and we fought over custody of
the rabbits,
of the house, and then then we kind of fought over custody of the rabbits. But she left them here, but she had access to the house. It was kind of like it was weird, man.
Yeah. So when she showed up, bad things happen.
She'd just be passive aggressive.
Yeah.
Dang. Showing up unannounced. Showed up when I had someone else over. Started calling that girl a whore. But that doesn't explain why the rabbits were now turtles and turning purple and dying.
No, but it was way more interesting.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. Aren't you the Dreamsmith, the dream analyzer?
I like the dream stuff. But sometimes you can get too close to stuff and people don't want to go there, which I totally respect and understand.
Mm-hmm.
There was one gentleman I was talking to, and he had a dream that they lived in this really nice house and had this really nice backyard. Excuse me. And in the corner, they had a giraffe sculpture. But this giraffe sculpture was on fire, and they had like a hedge fence around this backyard, and the hedge fence was on fire as well. And they started asking questions about if he had kids, and he did. And I think I got a little too close to a subject, so ended up backing off from it. Yeah, that stuff is really interesting to me. Yeah, but the rabbits being turtles, I don't know.
I don't either. I don't get it. Accidentally poisoned and made him turn purple, and one gets flattened. What?
Turtles are pretty hardy. They're pretty easy to take care of. I pet set a turtle once, and he hung out in a box when he went into hibernation. They put him in the garage.
What?
Yeah.
They go into hibernation?
This one did, I guess. He stuck him in a box for a few months in the garage.
Is that a thing?
That's what he told me.
Did it come back to life?
I guess so.
Whoa.
I watched his little Pomeranian that he was named Socrates, but I was able to rename him Socrates within a week. I was such a punk teenager, renaming people's pets.
You mean you trained the dog to respond to a different name, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh.
They call him Socrates and this little Pomeranian. You get all excited. So I hung out with him for a week, but I called him Socrates.
Right, because you were in a Bill and Ted mood.
Yeah, right. And then, his parents come back home, and he's all confused because they're calling him Socrates. I'm calling him Socrates.
I wonder what his dreams were like. Poor fella.
Poor little guy. They used to shave his body and leave his head.
Oh, the lion side.
It was the funniest thing.
Look at a lion.
Yeah.
Did they at least leave the puffed on the end of the tail?
He'd be out in the front yard trying to be territorial, and it was just funny as hell.
Did they leave the little fur on the bottom of his feet?
Yes, they did do that.
So it looked like he was wearing those fancy snow boots.
He was trendy.
Oh, man.
Turtles. What's the connection? What's with turtles? Do you like turtles?
I've never had turtles. No.
No?
I mean, I was a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle for Halloween once, but I don't know, man. I don't get it.
Any connection to Donatello?
I don't think so.
What about her? Does she have some reptilian features about her?
No. Nope. She looked like... did you ever watch the TV show about the girls that lived with Hugh Hefner at the penthouse mansion? I forget what the show was called.
Oh, a long time ago, right?
So one of his main girls was Holly Madison, right? That's what this girl looked like.
What?
If I showed you a picture of them side by side, you would think they're sisters. So yeah. But you show me a dude with a good looking chick, you know, someone's always tired of someone else's shit, right?
Right.
Hell yeah.
What about you, Doc? What's your weird dream?
Not recurring weird dream. My dreams happen in like 15 different places, and that's it. And some of them I've only been to once. It's strange. A lot of them happen in my grandparents' house because that was the family homestead. So anything that happened with family, that's usually there. But then I have these weird dreams about this one house that I worked at one time for 15 minutes on a service call. In and out.
So do you repeat topics or just location?
Just location.
Oh.
I have a lot of work dreams. I've always had that. I told you guys I have some anxiety, and sometimes that's where it manifests. I'll have it's the worst. I'll go to bed and work through the night and be really humping hard all night to try to get a job done before I wake up. It's awful. And then you wake up with that feeling that you didn't get anything accomplished, and then you're making coffee.
Dang.
You know what I mean? And getting ready to go again. It's oh. when I used to work at the car wash, that's when it started. I used to have these horrible like nightmares where I'd wake up in a cold sweat because I had to watch cars. There'd be like cars that come into the car wash and I had to get going.
Wow.
I think I have those sometimes. I'll go back to when I was working at McDonald's or something, or a stressful job, or I'll have the dream where I'm stressed out because I'm on my way to school and I didn't finish the homework.
Oh, I hate high school dreams.
But I'm always wearing pants. I never have the don't go to school with pants.
Yeah, I never had that either.
But always going to school or job unprepared. I'll have that dream. That sucks.
Sure.
Yeah, nothing that I can think of that's too profound.
Except for the house that you were spiritually linked to, apparently.
There's doors in those houses to other dimensions.
What?
Think so?
That's what I've come up with.
What? Tell me about this. What's going on?
No, I often think why are these places so important, especially the places that I've only been like once or twice.
Have you dreamt about this house recently?
I would say once a month I have a dream.
Have you looked up on Zillow to see if it's on the market?
I can't even remember where the house is particularly.
Oh,
Was it a nice house?
What?
Was it a nice house?
No, not really. It was
Like
just
a trailer?
It was like a 2-story house. It was weird. It had like the great room where you could go upstairs and look down on it.
oh yeah.
I mean, it had like the overlook, and it had like a 2-sided overlook where you could walk down. It was one of those weird, but it wasn't exceptionally nice. And like I said, I can't really remember even where it is. I know about where it is, like geographically. I could probably put you in like a half-mile circle, but like. I don't think I can remember the address.
So is your family in the house, or is it just you?
Oh, this is and the dreams.
Yeah.
Different stuff. Sometimes we'll all be there. Sometimes the homeowner. Sometimes I'm going through the house.
Is the house in a good condition?
Nah, kind of run down.
Yeah.
I remember it had blue siding. It was probably a nicer farmhouse at one time, and it had crappy blue siding on it.
Wood floors?
I remember carpet.
Any furniture?
Paneling on the wall.
Oh, now we're talking.
Yeah, paneling on the wall. No, not newer. That wasn't new at all.
Yeah. No, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So like hasn't been touched since the 70s.
Yeah. It's got that bright orange carpet, that shag carpet.
It was the dark red. I remember like the dark red. It was like
close.
Yeah, it was kind of like Acapulco room.
With the noticeable wear pattern where all the traffic walks through.
Oh, yeah, and we can't move this table because it's like bright red under here.
Did it have a kitchen in your dream?
Mm-hmm.
What was the kitchen like?
Matches the house.
Like lime green cabinets and counters?
No, linoleum floor, crappy wood cabinets. Again, not very nice.
Yeah. Huh.
I wonder why you're so drawn to it.
Don't know. That's the weird one. That house is the one that not creeps me out or whatever, but like there are certain things that like my brain has just fixated on, and for whatever reason, that's one of them.
I like houses. I'm like an architecture nerd. I like checking them out. And Shannon says I have a very unhealthy attachment to my house. She thinks it's really odd. And I should probably get some professional help. Like when I had these contractors over, I was noticeably distressed that they were touching my baby.
Getting all up in those tubes and pulling on stuff.
And like the house will make random noises and I'll hear it 2 floors down and Shannon would be like, what is that? And I'll tell her exactly what it was.
Oh, she should be lucky.
What? Shannon or the house?
Both.
Yeah, man, I have a weird... Oh, that was another dream I had like a month and a half ago. Shannon had convinced me to sell the house to, get something, together because I had this house before her, right?
Yeah.
So she, the house is kind of a bone of contention. So she had convinced me, and in the dream, I'm signing the final papers, and I'm just getting sick to my stomach and melting down like internally, and I'm trying to like find ways out of it. Like after I'd already signed over the house and given the keys, and I'm walking in the parking lot, I'm trying to to figure out how I can reverse this whole thing. How can I get it back? And they like right before I woke up, they said that they'd sell it back to me, but I would have ended up buying my own house back for a huge markup. And then I woke up and I was out of sorts, man. I was not happy. So apparently I can never sell this house.
I was going to say, you must love that house.
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because it's my biggest investment and I've fought for it.
That's all it is. You just see dollar signs.
Probably.
I got to work on my kitchen.
Ooh. You gonna put a pot filler in it?
Put a what?
A pot filler?
A pot filler?
Yeah.
How much spaghetti do you people eat?
What is this pot?
A pot filler, that was like the thing. That was like the gadget that people wanted for a while, right?
And
that was the accoutrement.
You can't eat more spaghetti than I eat.
And where would you put the pot filler? Does it have to be over by the stove? Because I see people that don't put it by the stove.
I don't know.
Where that seems like it'd be the logical place.
Are you that weak that you can't lift up a pot of water?
Well, not yet, but
different kind of pot. I was thinking of something else.
Oh yeah, no.
Like a little nug dispensary.
Oh,
don't mind if I do. Thank you.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice? Like a Keurig?
Pot fillers were the thing. And then there's a craze where you have the island with the second sink built in.
Yeah, the wet island.
Is that what they call it?
Sure.
Okay.
The pot filler always got me because electrical code, 6 feet from any source of water, everything needs to be GFI'd to the 9. Except that somehow the receptacle for your range, which is humongous. Yeah, it's 240 volts at 60 amps on most of them.
Mm-hmm.
Somehow that was fine to have the pot filler just above, kind of pointed at.
We'll grandfather that in.
Yeah, whatever. There's really no... That was one of those where it says, does this need to be a GFI? And then the guy's like, I don't even think they make that part. It's like, well, just because they don't make the part doesn't mean it doesn't need to be there.
So that's a no to the pot filler?
That wasn't an option yet. I might put a pot filler in there.
Oh.
Both kinds.
Add a 0 to that investment, right? Those are free.
I can't think of what other fancy gadgets you would want in your kitchen.
Oh no, I got to replace a counter.
That's
Whoever I've been in this house for 10 years, so I've been dealing with these temporary fixes as I find them.
Mm-hmm.
So they went to Home Depot and they got the cheapest laminated kitchen countertop you can get.
Yep. So MDF substrate probably.
Exactly. And they come in straight sections, and when they come with one with a 45 at one angle and you get the other one at a 45 the other angle.
Oh, yeah. With the built-in backsplash?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So what Numbnuts did is that they took the OD of the sink and they traced it on there and they cut it too big so the sink didn't have the lip to rest on. Yeah. So they kind of kicked it over just a little bit and then they siliconed the hell out of it. So when I moved in and I saw that, I was like, yeah, I'll deal with that when it's a problem. Well, it's a problem now. And the sink has slowly started to fall back.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, so countertops are another high dollar option. For a while, everyone was going granite. And then people started going quartz. And then you'll see people like, well, John Heiss on YouTube. So he did 12 by 12 tiles with epoxy-based grout.
I need something to match my Pergo kitchen flooring.
I hate the Pergo. I have that in mine too. I'm going to rip it out. But then the next big craze was people making their own concrete countertops.
Yeah, right? And doing the, making it look like marble, that epoxy.
I guess so. Or I just saw people tinting the concrete and just going for like the rough look, and then they'll just wax it. But it's still porous, so I don't know how that works.
Yeah. Industrial.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know. What would you do? Maybe you should go pallet wood.
I was just going to get sheet metal. Just lay it on top.
Like that copper table you made?
No, just straight up, 12 gauge sheet metal.
With some really nasty weld beads for the front lip.
Yeah.
I like it.
I'm going to bring the plasma cutter and cut the hole for the sink the right way. Right in place. I'm going to hot set the sink.
So would you top coat it, or would you let it naturally patina or rust?
I would apply a thin veneer of beeswax.
Ooh,
I would go get whatever's cheap and available.
aluminum flashing.
Whatever, man. Just get it, just be done. I just want things to be like, I don't know when this happened, but as far as like stuff within the house, I just want it to be clean and nice. That's all. It doesn't have to be the best. It doesn't even have to be cool anymore. It just
Don't want to worry about it.
I want the car to be grandpop. Like, I don't want anything special on it at all. I just want it to be clean and I want it to operate.
And you never want to have to revisit it in your life.
Right. For the most part, I'm okay with a little maintenance here and there, but I try not to invite any trouble. By I needed to have the one that spun at the time, and now I've been fighting the one that spun my whole life. Trying to get everything as little as least moving parts as possible.
Smart. That's smart.
Yeah,
I do the opposite. I put way too much money into the materials.
Yeah. Now that I have the boys, I think that was a big part of it. Just I got to get things done, and I just don't want to be on the stick for things the next time if I can. So let's just try to do this clean once. Like, here's a good example: the bath or the kitchen floor. I've done it twice now because the first time there was a problem with the subflooring not being thick enough, and the floor kind of buckled underneath it, popped tiles.
Oh,
Right. So when we bought the house, the only floor that needed flooring, actual flooring product, was the kitchen, because the rest of it was hardwood. I pulled up all the carpets, and I had the hardwood refinished. So what are we gonna do in the kitchen? My wife's mother is an interior decorator, and knows her stuff. She was like, "Oh, we should just get a linoleum floor." Oh, that's going to look like shit. This is me. Oh, it's going to look like shit. I know how to install tile. I'll put down a tile floor. For the life of me, I wish I just would have put down the rolled floor and walked away from it. So that was the lesson that I really learned there. Like, if you can just get something done today, do it. Not everything that you do has to be a statement about what a good craftsman you are.
I have that crappy, like Rory said, I have that crappy Pergo in my kitchen, and they didn't even run it all the way. They didn't run it under the cabinets. They threw the cabinets down first, so they ran the floor up to it, but it stops 2 inches under the oven, and then they just threw a piece in the back to make it level. And over by the sliding door, the floor, it feels like you're gonna go through the floor, like it sinks, right? But I've been under the house, and the subfloor, everything is good. I pulled some of the boards up to see what was happening. So Pergo, it gets that weird spongy underlayment.
Yeah.
Well, they ran out of it. So for this little 4-foot square area, instead of buying more spongy laminate, they just used the cardboard boxes that the Pergo came in.
It just turned to nothing.
And so it's disintegrated down to nothing. So that's why the floor sinks when you step on it.
Huh.
Jerks.
Mine, they put the dishwasher in, and then they put the Pergo in.
Oh, so now if you have dishwasher problems, you're screwed.
I did. That's how I found out.
Suck.
You can't even raise up the leveling feet to get it out?
No, because it was they maxed it out to the counter and onto the floor, and that Pergo was up against everything. I didn't have enough room to try to get in there to turn those feet.
Oh man.
Yeah.
They did you dirty. What'd you do? Cut off the feet? That's what I would have done.
Got the liquid wrench out.
I don't know what that means.
That's the torch.
Oh.
No. I kind of lost my temper, and I just yanked on it and tore the Pergo just a little bit and bent the feet up and pulled it out of there.
Oh.
That sucks.
Shit wouldn't happen with a pop filler.
Yeah.
So much. I make so much. And you know what, Bales? I go into a lot of these houses, and you see these people with these kitchens. It's like, you're not cooking, lady.
Yeah.
Who are you trying to kid?
They're getting takeout or
you've never cooked.
They're ordering the food
Pop
delivery services.
filler.
Pop filler, Wet Island, breakfast bar, farmhouse sink.
My grandmother fed, 20 people every Sunday. There was zero pot fillers. There was one big pot and there was one spigot.
I was like, we make those copper countertops for some kitchens, and you tell them it's soft, it's going to scratch. Don't put anything hot on there. The copper likes to move.
Oh, yeah, I never thought about that.
Yeah, it flexes like crazy. But I'm a whore. Whatever they want.
Wait, do you put a guarantee on that stuff? Or do you end up going back?
I went back one time. Someone had spilt some Coca-Cola on the copper.
Ooh.
And they had left some shiny spots on there. And I couldn't repatina it in place. It's like, I can put some more wax on here, but this is what happens. You got to take care of it. Or like jewelry, scratching it up.
Well, make sure I don't put a copper countertop in.
I wouldn't recommend it. It looks cool. Unless you got like a man cave. You could do that.
No, I don't have any room for a man cave.
Maybe a copper snare drum.
Ooh, they make those. I think Doc's falling asleep. He's standing 8. He's going down.
Will he make it?
Who's falling asleep?
When Doc has his stocking hat pulled way down and he does that thing where he's like looking down at a phone, but then he brings his eyeballs up, he looks like Jafar from Aladdin.
I look like Jafar, huh?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Jafar. Yeah. Still a good movie. Not looking forward to the remake.
Someone brought up the other day, Bales, was how good that video game was on the Sega Genesis.
Yeah, I have it.
That was a quality video game. That Aladdin video game was good.
There's a couple stages that are really ball busters. It's the one where you're riding the carpet in the cave because it doesn't stop. It just runs you into stalactites and stalagmites. And then there's the other one when you're running through the cave, like through the lava infested thing, and you got to make the jumps. Oh, man, those stages that mess you up. It's a good game. It's a good game.
Yeah, good game. That was on the Angry Video Game Nerd. I was watching that.
Angry Video Game Nerd. Okay.
Yeah.
Did you ever play the X-Men game on the Sega?
No.
There's this one level. They had these orbs, so they would be pulsing, and they're making this pulsing noise.
Wow.
Yeah. And right when it gets close to you, it turns into one of the X-Men and attacks you, and then goes back to an orb and goes through you and goes away. But that noise would make me so paranoid. I'd have to play that game with the sound off. I would obsess like that. Wow, I'm waiting for it to happen. It's just like any minute now.
Well, how'd you know when to beat him? Was it an audible cue or a visual cue?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I think it was just a timing. I think it was like a distance thing.
It
didn't turn into somebody until it was like right next to you.
No, I never played that game.
The other one that we're watching was, remember how scary the Friday the 13th one was?
Game? The movie?
No, the game.
Nope.
You just kept walking, and eventually, like, you keep going into these rooms, and then just out of the clear blue, there would be Jason. He'd be huge. Scary.
What's the point?
No point.
You're supposed to search for him and kill him, or not? You're supposed to not find him.
You're supposed to find him and kill him. It's just that he was just so scary. The music changed, and he was so much bigger. And I was just thinking about like video game anxiety attacks, and that was one of them. Oh no, it's Jason!
Where you'd get so mad and upset, you'd have to walk away for a while, but it just pulled you back in. Pulled you back in.
NES Batman.
Punch Out for me.
Oh.
Ninja Gaiden.
Oh. Yeah, that was a fun game, too. It had some stages that really porked you.
Yeah. That'd be the worst. You'd be there, it's the stage, and be like, oh, do you remember Ninja Turtles? There was that one jump as you got towards the end. It was like you had to go up top, and it was just as wide as like one spot, but you couldn't get in the air. Oh, that sucked.
I never played that game.
That was
Every time we talk about video games, it makes me want to get back on the train of building a bar top arcade so I can play this crap. Build a nice little two-person bar top arcade.
Yeah, just like the one Tony has. It was great.
Is that a one-person or a two-person?
Two.
Really? Had two joystick spots and all the buttons?
Set up for two people.
Mine wouldn't be as fancy as Tony's.
No, but that's all you need. I mean,
Plywood.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking about getting myself. I like one myself. I'd play it.
Play with the kids. It'd be fun.
you know what? Screw those kids. I need something to do with my time too. So they already have all kinds of fun stuff. People are staying up late at night thinking about new things to buy them for their lives. No one's worried about me. So,
Wow.
they're like, what are you guys doing? They don't like that as much, Bales. You know, they'd be like, what do you want to do, Dad? I'd be like, I want to play Paperboy. They'll be like, we're not playing Paperboy again, Dad. It's a stupid game. You're stupid. We're going to play this. I'd be like, whatever. I'm playing Paperboy.
Hey, I bet you can find some plans to cut the arcade box out on your new laser cutter.
I bet you're right. Paperboy. I'm going to make myself a Paperboy cabinet.
Maybe you should just go get a paper route. You can make some money while you do it.
Dude,
Wait, do people still do that?
I bet you it's a full-grown adult. There's no way it's a kid. It's someone driving around like a 94 Buick LeSabre.
If I was doing Uber, I would do it the newspaper thing as well.
Oh.
2 in 1. Sorry, ma'am. I know you need to go to the airport, but I need to go to this neighborhood real quick.
Would you do traditional Uber or Uber Eats?
What's the difference?
Well, one of them's just like food delivery and one's people moving. Or set up a hidden camera and take one from each. Put the person in the back seat, put the food next to them, and then just see what happens. Are they going to dip into that food?
Like they got like a fajita plate next to them?
Yeah.
I like to,
and then go off route a little bit. See if their anxiety goes up. Be like, I'll get you to your destination. I'll take a couple bucks off. I just gotta drop off these fajitas. Just like, see what kind of chaos breaks out.
Like the Dangles taxi.
There you go.
Cash cab.
The cash cab was trivia.
Okay.
Uber and Uber Eats.
What if he had like a live chef in there with him? They were cooking it.
Like a hibachi chef?
Yeah.
So it's more like a food truck that you could also get rides in.
Oh, that would be great. Oh, I think we're onto something there.
I'd get a food truck. I'd do it tomorrow.
You should get a food truck.
Yeah.
Wait, an upscale food truck or a roach coach?
Roach coach. I'm not a fancy guy. Reach right into the bag, grab the cheese. That's how. I'm not one of those fancy people.
See, we have like the gourmet grilled cheese food trucks, and freaking Wahlburgers has a food truck now, and all these craft breweries that pop up have the different food trucks at their spot on a given weekend, and that's how they cross promote.
Yep.
Come try the new brew, and by the way, Wahlburgers will be here selling their greasy, stupid patties that taste like shit. I don't like Wahlburgers.
Apparently. Not cross that off the list of future sponsors.
Yeah. Stupid Wahlburgers.
No,
Make a food truck where everything gets dipped in Cheeto dust and deep fried.
yeah, I wouldn't mind like doing like the traditional hot dog cart.
The one you push around like a hot dog rickshaw?
I could do that too. Like the whatever, just like your.
Like the hot dog steamer on the front of a tricycle?
Yep, I don't need much. If you got me a burner, I think I could. I think I could make it happen.
What's a burner?
A burner, it's like on the top of your.
Oh,
stove.
like a Coleman camp stove?
Yeah. Just I don't need much. Can get my Weber kettle. Set me up somewhere with some charcoal. I'll be good to go.
Mount a George Foreman grill to the front of a manual push scooter?
Just pedal faster. If you want your hot dog, you got to pedal for it.
Doc's food truck.
Yeah. I'd love to have a food truck.
That would definitely have a pot filler.
Both kinds.
Yeah.
I think if you have a restaurant, you just get a hose.
What?
I said I think you just get a hose to fill the pots. If you were doing that much of it.
I guess so. I kind of want you to get a food truck now.
Yeah. We could. I don't know. I don't know what kind of food I would sell.
Maybe you can get an old Winnebago and turn that into a food truck and
Yeah, and that's just,
do the Breaking Bad theme, and then you get sued.
Remember what I was talking
down.
about before about how I don't need to overcomplicate my life at all.
Yeah.
I need an operating food truck, regular, already a food truck. I don't need to buy a Winnebago and convert it into a food truck. So now I'm food truck mechanic. Like that's how it goes down. Like everything in my life became like that, and that's one of the reasons I just had to throw the brakes on the last like year. It kind of like catch up with that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like everything that I get into. It's like, well, yeah, I could do that, or I could buy a broken one and fix it, and then I have one, and now I have 2 of them, and I have 10 of them for parts, and this one's still not right, and I'm on to something else. Happens way too much.
You better stay away from the food truck then.
I don't cook professionally or even pursue that because I think I would lose it as a hobby. And plus, it just doesn't seem like a lot of fun once you get into the actual work of it. Don't many people look like they're having like a great time cooking. Very stoic look on their face usually.
They do it first.
Yeah, at first. It's just I think after a while I'll be like anything else.
Yeah. Then the bills come in and the newness wears off and
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just like anything else.
Then the price of soy goes up and you're screwed.
Right.
Soy. What kind of food truck are you running? Soy?
I'm cooking everything in soy so it expands in your stomach and I can serve you less.
Oh.
I want everything to taste like the cafeteria food.
Ooh.
So cook it in soy.
Like the Elio's pizza? Still miss those.
Ew.
Used to love pizza day. Get doubles, triples sometimes. Woo! Turkey and gravy. Ah.
I think we just used to get regular slices.
You suck.
I do.
Did you have a favorite lunch day meal?
I'll pop in on this one. Where I went to high school and talk about like a little Italian community and whatnot. So I'm in high school, late 90s, and everyone's grandmother is like 74, 75 years old. And they all decided they would start volunteering at the kitchen. So you would go in there and it would literally be a bomb squad of, 500 years of cooking experience behind the counter. It was, a couple of my great aunts, and it would be
perfect.
Oh man, killer! The food was killer.
It was like Thanksgiving every day.
It was. I remember you'd go in there and there'd be the like pasta fazool, like authentic, like real. And you'd get it, and people, this isn't very good. All the people that weren't from around or whatever. What is this again? Why is there beans in here?
Everyone's got diarrhea.
Yeah, everyone's sick because they've never eaten it before. I'm the only kid in school, with the crushed red pepper flake at the table. Yeah, it's good like this.
Sounds delicious.
It was. That was one thing. They didn't screw around when it came to feeding us. Food was good.
You ever, when you're at the grocery store, walk down the freezer or snack aisle and grab something that used to really turn you on as a kid, and then it just turns your stomach upside down nowadays? Example, corn dogs.
You don't like them anymore?
If I eat a corn dog now, I'm regretting it 5 minutes later when it's hurting.
Oh, so you just can't handle the
grease and the batter. Oh, it turns me inside out. But it seems like a good idea.
I had one not that long ago with the boys. We were somewhere and there was a corn dog on the menu, and my youngest likes hot dogs, so I figured it was a good time to teach him about food on a stick.
Yeah. Or pizza rolls. I'll fall for that one still sometimes.
No, that one I won't touch. I'm real particular about what kind of red sauce or gravy or marinara, depending on where you're from in the world. I'm real careful about where I eat. I don't eat like shitty, cheap gravy. Tear me apart.
Yeah. I'll have the acid reflux all night in my sleep.
Yeah, there's not enough Tums in the cabinet to get that to stop. I'd be like, I'll have 2. I'll have 2 more. I'll take a Pepsi. I'll have some of these. It's like, oh, nope. Still burning. Still breathing fire.
Yeah. Corn dogs.
I revisit all that crap.
Mine was Mountain Dew.
Oh,
I can't touch that now.
Too sugary? Because that's what gets me.
It's like battery. I don't know how I drink so much of that.
So much. so much, even into my 20s, when I first started like really working for a living.
When you could buy your own 24-pack.
I used to get the big dude. What was the 1 liter called? The wide mouth 1 liter.
I don't know.
That's when they started that. I remember I used to take 2 of those like everywhere I went.
Like a big slam or something? I don't know.
Yeah, it was something like that, Bells. It was like the big slam. Yeah, 2 big slams a do.
I used to drink those. I used to drink those on long car trips because you could pee in them really easy.
Yeah, because of the wide mouth. Yeah.
Yep.
A lot easier than a milk jug.
Yuck. I was a Dr. Pepper man. But if I try to drink that now, I
like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah, but it's so sweet.
It always makes me think of a Smokey and the Bandit. Give me a Diablo sandwich and a Dr. Pepper and make it snappy.
Sounds good.
Kind of in a hurry.
I don't know what a Diablo sandwich is, but I'll take it.
Yeah, I just love that. And a Dr. Pepper.
Get one from Uber Eats.
I wonder what it would cost to Uber Eats me some stuff here.
The Amish would bring it over.
Ye old timey Amish Uber Eats.
Uber Eats / livestock moving.
Yeah, it turns out I got some butter and some goose fat for my goodly wife.
They had a hibachi barbecue grill in the back of that cart.
Mm-hmm. What you got going on there, Jeb? Crazy Jebediah's traveling house of hibachi.
I don't think they use hibachis.
All right, let's see here. Uber Eats.
Yeah, I'm looking it up too. I'm like, holy crap!
Own a restaurant?
Uber Eats. It's
not bad.
Like if a restaurant that you like doesn't deliver, you just have Uber Eats is the middleman.
Well, it's like you could get a Subway sandwich. So I'm going to wait 30 minutes and pay $6 extra to get a Subway sandwich over here.
Could be worth it.
Is that what it is?
But if you're home alone watching the kid and you can't go anywhere, it's too much of a hassle to strap the little bastard into a car seat. Just order yourself a sandwich. We have liquor stores that deliver around here. You can get everything delivered.
Yeah, I think they should have always had like a marijuana like ice cream truck.
Like in Nice Dreams? Cheech and Chong's Nice Dreams where they had the truck?
Like a dispensary on wheels? That'd be nice. Call them up.
To come right to the house.
Well, it's good, guys.
Let's see here.
Maybe you could just roll food delivery in with strippers. So you order a girl to come over for a dance and just have her pick up some food on the way.
You got like IHOP waffles.
Yeah. I would not recommend the corn dog for that one. Waffles.
Uber Eats is not available by me right now.
You live in the sticks.
But I don't at the same time. But I do at the same time.
Well, maybe this is your thing. Doc Eats.
I could bring Uber Eats.
No, you are the Uber Eats. You're the Doc Eats.
I could be the Uber Eats for the meth head communities.
Yep.
Hello, Methy McMeth. Here's your Shamrock Shake.
Oh, I don't like those.
It tastes like a bad milkshake with toothpaste in it. Or at least that's kind of what I always got was the flavor. They aim toothpaste.
So, Doc, if you had to lose one body part, what would you sacrifice?
If I had to lose a body part, does a finger count? Because
does it have to be a whole limb?
Well, there was a motorcyclist, a famous fabricator, Indian Larry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was missing 2 fingers on his left hand. And so he only had the 3, and he was a motorcycle mechanic. And he's like, this has been the greatest blessing of my life because he's like, I can get this, He's like, yeah, well, not only that, but he could fit it in a whole bunch of other places where you couldn't get like your whole hand.
Whoa, Pilgrim. Calm down.
All the way to the wrist, too.
Jeez.
Hey, just because you're thinking of a good time, Bales, doesn't mean that everyone else is.
Wow.
Hey there, buddy.
Yeah.
I think I would go probably with a digit.
Let's see. Is a finger a body part?
A toe?
I guess an ear.
I mean, I already gave up hair. Why do I have to? I don't have to lose more.
I think your hair just migrated south.
I think it would be one of the, at this point in my life, this is so sad to say, but at this point in my life, I think this would be a meeting I'd have to have with Mrs. Doc. We'd have to have a powwow. I'm pretty sure I know which her vote would be at this point, being that we've had both of the kids. So who knows how it would work out.
Yikes.
She'd be like, I'll just take it out of the jar where I keep it on top of the refrigerator and give it to them. If they can just have it, you don't have to have it cut off.
Yeah.
Like, are you sure? She's like, I'm sure.
She just gives you a pill every day, no questions, just take it.
Yep. And my what was it? Liquid castration.
Yeah.
Chemical.
Liquid Crast. That'd be a good band name.
Liquid castration. No, see that was what, remember Liquid Dick when we were talking about Liquid Dick. That one.
It'd have to be like oral castration.
Oral.
AURAL.
Oral.
Not oral. Oral.
Oral.
Yep.
What about you, Bales? What would you lose?
Well, if it's just going to be easy, the finger.
Well, you can't repeat docs.
Oh man, an ear. I mean, I can still hear out of it, right? I just lose the.
Be okay.
You know, it might be hard to wear glasses. I have to wear contacts.
Can I lose like an organ that I don't need?
I don't want to lose a butt cheek, and that makes sitting kind of awkward. You can like one testicle. Now I've heard that makes you off balance, and they actually sell fake testicles for that.
Yeah, you need to put a marble in there. You could have Heath Knuckles pour you or turn you like a hybrid one.
Ooh, a resonant burl testicle.
Resin
LED lights in there and it flickers.
It's Bluetooth.
Scratch